And it is Wednesday, and it's one of the more chill days on the stream because we don't play any salty FTL. We play some good old World of Warcraft. So hope you're having a good day. We appreciate how Rand is almost on time. I started a couple minutes late. Sometimes I get sucked into my reading, and I started about 3 minutes late. So that's my bad. Hey, Rand is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to, and I meant to arrive at exactly this time. But hope you all are having a good one. So many streamers are late earlier, just stream at random times. Well, yeah, and I try to be very consistent because that's just how I I prefer consistency in my life. I feel like I'm not hearing any sound because I didn't press that button. There we go. Now I can hear sound. So I started like 3 minutes later than I usually do with my little intro. So, but I am Randolph the White. Here's your duck dice for the nerds here. What's a duck dice? It's dice with little rubber duckies inside. Okay. Perfect. Beautiful. Well, we are level 48 on our Night Elf Druid. We're getting close to 50 here. 49 was the level we lost our Warlock on. We got a full experience bar worth of rest XP.
Be good. See you
And
soon.
we are starting off in the Hinterlands today because we have a bunch of quests, one of which I think is going to lead us to the only whatchamacallit, the only Zul'Farrak quest that I'm missing. So I'm just going to do a round of quests here, and then I'm not sure if Zero G is going to join us again today. I think he said maybe he would later, but I'm not exactly sure. I'd like to do Zul'Farrak today. That would be my goal, is to get a Zul'Farrak run in. I'm getting really close to maxing out my leatherworking. I did some of that off stream. My alchemy is doing pretty well as well. Cooking, I forgot to actually buy some meat. Oh yeah, I spent all of my gold. I'm down to 5 gold. I spent most of my gold on doing some crafting, so I sent myself 30 gold and some more leather to work on more crafting. Because I did some crafting off stream. Your girlfriend got you the rubber ducky dice. Oh, how sweet! That's super sweet. Let's see. What's up, Contasul? Fun fact about computers. Uh-oh. What's this fun fact? Let me know about computers. I'm looking for feathers on the ground. That's what all these things are. Wildkin feathers. Yeah, these things. While you might already know all .ftl files actually just zip files, they aren't the only files that lie about being zip files. Okay. All right. Have I chosen a leatherworking profession? No, but I think I want to go... I think I want to do elemental. It's either elemental or... Not dragon scale, because dragon scale creates leather, male stuff. Elemental or... What's the other one? It's elemental, dragon scale, or tribal, I think? And I think looking at stats, I think I prefer elemental. And also, if I go elemental, I think I can make some of the stuff that's like the, you know... molten core type fire resistance gear, so I'm probably gonna go elemental, and I know what I need to do that. There's a quest in Searing Gorge. Where's Searing Gorge? Burning Steps. This elemental leatherworking right here. I just gotta bring some Hearts of Fire, Globe of Water, Core of Earth, and Breath of Wind. And that lets me get elemental. So I'll eventually do that. When I get ready to go to Searing Gorge, which might be today, it might be next stream, I'm probably gonna do that. What's up, Mr. Keith? Are we winning? Always. We're not dying, we're winning. That's the rule for hardcore classic WoW. How are you, by the way, Mr. Keith? I just responded to your YouTube comment on your ship. Which one was it? I forget which one we just played of yours. My brain. It's like 3 days ago. How can I ever remember such a thing? That was a rare wolf, was it? Mangy silver mane. Where? Behind me. Okay, I'm looking. I totally didn't notice. This one? Old Cliff Jumper. Okay, you're right. Did not even notice that. Let's go kill Old Cliff Jumper, a rare wolf. Wow, Duck Cruz, you notice so many things when I'm just like wandering around this game, I swear. Apparently I'm blind or something. What do you got? Alright, wow, very nice plate gauntlets if Zero G silly device were here. Would love that, I'm sure. You just noticed it's black, which is unusual. Yeah, good eye, good eye. I mean, you noticed when we missed mushrooms and urns and stuff in Oldemon the other day or last week, so you just got that eye. All right, so troll. What do we got here? Tribal necklaces. I think there's something about freeing some, yeah, cages and stuff. Are the cages inside of here too? Yes, they are in here. So I can head in here for this quest. But I definitely have something to chat about MMOs, because I always have something to chat about MMOs since I'm always watching YouTube videos about MMOs. And I kind of want to chat about this when Shogi's here. Oh man, 2 greens and we're like 10 minutes in the stream. That's crazy. So you all remind me when Shogi gets here. I need to. I have an MMO discussion to talk about. So just remind me when Shogi gets here. And it has to do with pay to win. So everybody's favorite topic when talking about video games, modern day gaming. Alright. So we're checking the 2 cages. I mean, can I really not see this cage without looking through the holes that it's empty? Alright, so those cages are checked. The 3rd cage is over that way, I believe. You know what? Have some buffs. Are there 2 hunters here? There are 2 dwarven hunters here. Okay, nice. Okay. And where are all the feathers at? The feathers all over the place. I came in an unlucky time when they've already been looted by these dwarven hunters or something. Okay, where am I going? I need to go up over this way, I think. It's kind of crazy how you can't even attack the griffins as alliance. The griffins are your friends. And I'm also a druid, so probably as a druid they are my friends. Let me zoom all the way out here. Yeah, we're definitely not doing the Jamalon the Prophet thing. That's a quest that leads up to Sunken Temple, I think. Which I did get off stream. I got a couple more quests. I think they're from Tanaris. For Into the Depths, Secret of the Circle. So I have some Sunken Temple quests. So like Mordon and Sunken Temple, I think are the dungeons to do after Zul'Farrak, once we're like low 50s or so. I hope Zero G is able to join us today, because I'd really like to team up for some Zul'Farrak. That would be my ultimate goal for the day. That would be my main, you know, boss fight plan for the day, is to do our first Zul'Farrak run. Hopefully with somebody who's got the hammer to summon Gazrala. I think is the name of that big Hydra that gives you the carrot on a stick trinket. 48 is a good level to do Zul'Farrak, 50 to 52 for Mordon, 52 to 54 for Sunken Temple. Okay, nice, nice. But yeah, Shogi's been playing his fun game that he's been playing lately. At least the last time I talked to him over the weekend, I played a little bit with him. Was Star Wars: The Old Republic, SWTOR, and as fun as that game is, and I played it way back when, I played it a little bit with him. And the main issue with that game is its pay to win is pretty. The word from the video that I watched is predatory, so that's the kind of thing I'm gonna talk about once Shogi is here, because I've been watching. There's a podcast, a YouTube video slash YouTube series slash podcast I've been watching talking about that had a discussion about pay to win in MMOs and stuff. Gonna start running, bro. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just let that poison run its course, I think. What's up, Madman? Nice evening. Happy evening to you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump. No. Yes. Wednesday is hump day? Yes. Happy hump day. There's a cage in here somewhere I need to check out, right? Yeah, right there. Okay, so how do I want to chest in there? I don't want to fight more than one at a time if I can help. Back up just a little bit here. Away from your friends. Oh man, they're just all poisoning me. Apparently these trolls love poison. I've learned from Twitch chat, trolls love poison, lol. Alright, so let's de-poison myself. Let's clear our let's make it so we have a safe place to run away. These guys are like -6 levels to us, so it's not too sketchy, but just to play it safe. Oh, what's up, Brady Bunch fan? How you doing?
I don't have.
Whoops. Didn't do that. Out of the many characters you level past 60, only ever did ST once. Sunken Temple? Really? I've done, let's see, Sunken Temple. I feel like a lot of people don't like that dungeon because it's pretty long. Like a lot of the OG WoW dungeons are just really long, but like, it's definitely dangerous. But like, I liked pretty much all the OG WoW dungeons. I don't think there's a dungeon I just will be like, man, I hated that place, like Shogi has for No Muragon or something. So I definitely ran Sunken Temple many times back in the day. It's got some pretty good loot for certain classes, like every dungeon. They did a good job of making it worth your while to check out most dungeons for classes having different loot options. Doing well overall, Brady Bunch. You're searching for a job, though. Yeah, that does suck. Job hunting is not fun. I do not envy you that. Alright, so I just need to kill more trolls, right? Yeah, okay, so I can finish off my troll necklace hunting here, I think. Hopefully without fighting 4 at a time or something crazy. Crit for 600 damage. Learning from Twitch chat, potentially the most dangerous thing in the world. Never liked MMOs, tried to play WoW a few times, always ended up everyone in the group higher level than you doing other stuff and you ending up alone. Yeah. If you don't have a good time soloing at MMOs, then you're probably not going to enjoy it, because even though MMOs are really made to, you know, group with your friends and stuff, a lot of the time you spend, especially leveling in most MMOs, is solo, so. But one of the best things in an MMO is to, if you have any friends you like to game with, start a duo of characters together that you only level together. So I've done with like Shogi and my brother and some other folks. To me, that's the way you really make an MMO fun is you start a group of characters that you only play together, and maybe that'll get you enough into the game that you're like, oh, well, I'm enjoying this. I'll start a second character that I play solo to gather materials for my main character that I'm duoing with my friend or whatever. So, it's definitely made to play with friends, that's for sure. Blizzard introduced a quest for Sunken Temple in late Classic. There's more reason to do Sunken Temple. Okay, nice. You have an Oni question. Okay, well, it's been a while since I played Auction Not Included, but lay it on me. Yeah, well, I killed all those trolls. I can finish off over here. That's the list. Can't wait for MSORPG, massively single-player online role-playing game. You don't have to wait. That's basically New World or Star Wars: The Old Republic. Like most MMOs today, I feel like are or classic WoW or retail WoW. I feel like a lot of MMOs now that just are massively single-player online multiplayer role-playing games. So. What happened is always someone ended up level while we were offline. Okay, well yeah. Well that's, okay. Well, sounds like your friends aren't very good at being patient then. What it sounds like. Last time you remember you played a dwarf with a gun? Yep, sounds like you played a dwarf hunter. One of the most iconic classes in WoW because of that intro cutscene with the dwarf with the bear pet. You know, coming over the snowy hills looking at Ironforge. Probably the most iconic cutscene for WoW. Alright, necklaces are done. What is the best thing to do with volcanoes? Which kind of volcano? Because there's metal volcanoes, which obviously the best thing to do is use a steam turbine on top of it to siphon off the heat and have a source of free metals. You mean a volcano that gives like lava? You probably want to use... Francis John likes to use lava for like petroleum boilers and what does lava become when it cools down? Like obsidian? You could probably get like an obsidian generator out of it. Off with you. Off with you. Yeah. That's what the dwarves always say. So I would say use it as a heat source to power like a steam turbine. You could potentially use what is that? Is that a nuclear power plant I think you can do? Or that creates a ton of heat, so you use that as your heat source or something. I don't know, look up if you have a question about Auction Not Included, I would just look up Francis John videos, because he's the one he's my source of all knowledge Auction Not Included related, so. Don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro. Good. I think I got some slimes up here I need to kill. It takes a little work, but you can turn the heat into steam power or a petroleum boiler, then feed rocks to hatches. Yeah, a way to farm hatch food. Because I think... Does magma turn into obsidian or something else? I think it turns into something else that you can feed to stone hatches. So a stone hatch food farm is a good idea too. Nice one, Tyler. It's a good suggestion. Another month of productive salt mining and chucking crappy puns. Okay. Stop dodging me, bro. You're on mobile. Magma becomes igneous rock. That's the one. Igneous rock to feed stone hatches. It's a great use of a volcano for sure. Oh, did I just get a random bag? Oh, this is just got money in it. Slimes have random bags full of money, apparently. Today I learned. Right. The ones I really need are the ones up on the hill. Because there's green sludges and there's jade oozes. Yes, jade oozes. Which are level 47. Okay, there's one level below me. Below me.
I need to get closer.
Rand, there's a silly game you feel like I would like called Frog Detective. It's a 1 hour game. Highly recommend. Yeah, I'm not going to play a 1 hour game on stream. Most likely. The number one and most important thing with a game you stream is that you need replayability. Playing a game for 1 hour is not a very good streaming game, so I'm probably not going to do that, sorry. I mean, apart from FTL being imminently replayable and have great pause points to talk with chat, one of the main reasons I like that is because it's constant. You always have something new to do. A 1 hour game has really no interest for me, sorry to tell you. I'm sure it's a great game. But a 1 hour game would fill 1/5 or 1/6 of a single stream, which is not really what I want to spend my stream time on. Use the heat to purify polluted water via your steam. Nice, nice. Oh crap, I just got it. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get a heal off. Get my bark skin into double heals. There we go. And you resist it again. Apparently oozes and elementals are very resistant to fairy fire. Okay, that would be fine. Sorry to shut down your suggestion instantly, but I get a lot of suggestions for games, and some games are really easy for me to say, no, I'm never doing that. And a 1 hour video game is definitely an easy one for me to say, not really interested. No offense. You could play Noita in an hour, the tutorial anyway. Okay. Have I played much Season of Discovery? I think my gnome rogue is about level 12 or 13. So I've played about that much. And I find it pretty fun. But what I'm finding about Season of Discovery that probably some people like that I'm not enjoying is they have these catch-up mechanics going on where everybody who plays has a huge experience buff. So the leveling is so fast that I feel like anything I try to do outside of just grinding is pointless. Like, my rogue is a leather worker, and killing enemies to skin them for leatherworking supplies levels me faster than the gear that I can get from leatherworking. Like, it's kind of what Retail WoW is doing, that they're doing in Season of Discovery Classic, where they speed up the process so much that the journey of leveling is trivialized. And I feel like that's one of the major issues with all of modern-day MMOs, is they rush you through the leveling process to get to max level, and then you quit. And that's exactly what I feel like Season of Discovery is trying to do, is to, you know, help you quickly level up and get to max level to be with your friends. But Season of Discovery max level is, you know, it's not that high anyway. So speeding up that process feels like you're just trivializing your own game. So I play a little bit with my brother, and I'll play some more if he plays, but it feels trivial compared to the things that I'm enjoying from Classic WoW, which is the slow leveling process, the gradual ramp up in power. That it gets trivialized in basically all modern day MMOs, including Retail WoW and Season of Discovery. Play Smite, Kappa. Okay. No thanks. Hollow Cactus, thank you for the Prime sub. That's a new Prime sub. Welcome to the randoms. Glad to have you, my friend. You almost bought Noita several times. You're trying to clear out your backlog of games. Yeah. I will never clear out my backlog of games. Noita is incredibly punishing, but it has consumed you lately. Sounds kind of like Hollow Knight or some of those other great indie games. Although I don't know if Noita is an indie game or not. Doing a boss run as we speak in Noita. Nice. You're 90 hours in and haven't seen the boss. Cool. Speaking of slow grinds, by the way. Oh, I forgot to go invisible. I was wondering why this sludge was chasing me. How do you see my stealth cat form? Sir, you are not stealthed. Oh. Oh, well, there's your problem right there. But Smite is a great game, Luna Dream. It is. Did you watch me when I played Smite way back when? You used to be Moodenho, if I remember correctly. Was Moodenho one of my OG viewers who... Wait, how am I... What? I'm getting attacked by an enemy I can't see. The hell? Oh god. Frickin' slime under the world. You know, this game's only 24 years old. You can't get all these bugs out yet. You know, the evade glitch or mobs literally attacking you from under the ground. Don't have enough time to fix it 20 years later. You were one of the ones who watched me play Smite. Okay, okay. Then you are an OG stream enjoyer. Nice. It was hilarious. What? How? Because I would get so salty, I assume? Alright, turn around, turn around. Okay, not now. Okay.
It's too far away.
I played with a friend, if you remember correctly. I had a couple friends that I would play with. My brother, who is the one I was talking about playing WoW with. My friend Tim, is huge into Smite. I think he still plays Smite sometimes. I think Shogi played with us like once. I sometimes played with viewers. The name I remember most from my Smite streaming days was Pointless Username. Haven't seen in a while, but still stops by the stream very rarely, I think. That mob on the ground is baked into the source code. I guess it is. Hard-coded, under-the-world mob that you can't kill. Some real next-level game coding right there. Invincible mob. That's also invisible. Invincible, invisible mob. Perfect for hardcore where something that kills you makes your death permanent. So balanced. Hashtag balanced. Beside the saltiness, it was fun. I mean, Smite was a great game. I mean, that's... As much as I talk about not wanting to play it anymore because of how salty I got at it, it was a great game. I enjoyed it very much. I do like MOBAs. Is why I spend so much of my time off stream just watching competitive League of Legends. But I just don't think I can emotionally handle playing player versus player games regularly on stream anymore, because as salty as I get at FTL, what I always tell people who watch me play FTL is like, you think I'm salty now, you should have seen me when I played Smite, because my god, would I rage hard. My god, would I rage hard. Add some of these jade oozes here. Slime was cosplaying as a Tremors worm. Nice, nice. Good throwback to last week's discussion of 80s movies. I like it. You know, competitive gaming brings out the rage in a lot of gamers, and my FTL rage was ramped up to 11 when playing Smite, that's for sure. My rage goes up to 11. How's my day so far? What's up, Gunther? It's good. It's good. Chilling out with some WoW.
I'm out of range.
Chilling out with some good old WoW. Philosophising and philologizing about games and PvP raging and stuff. I swear, these guys are... They must have like magic resistance, because this is a magic skill, right? It's considered a magic. I think Fairy Fire is considered magic, not like elemental or fire or whatever. Alright, how many more Jade Oozes do I need? Is there a cave in here? There's probably a cave I could go into somewhere. I don't think the Cave of Slimes is here. I think it's up that way. Probably has more Jade Oozes. Alright. Do I get attacked by invisible Jade Ooze again over here? Yep. I do. It's just, it's under the world here somewhere. So annoying. You know, maybe I will go up north since I've killed all the Jade Oozes here a couple times. Why don't you make your 10 a little more ragey? Why not? Why does it need to go to 11? My rage goes to 11. That's my answer. My answer. I don't understand the question. 11's higher than 10. It's simple. Simple mathematics. Simple rand math. A lot more Jade Oozes over here. Spinal Tap jokes always welcome. Well, what's crazy about that is I've, you know, seen that scene a bunch. I've never actually watched the entire movie through. I've only just seen clips of it. It's like one of those things where you see the clip so many times because it's so meme-tastic, but never actually watch the movie. That's how I am with Spinal Tap. I need to actually watch it at some point. I know it's one of those classics that, like, you know, Monty Python and the Holy Grail or something. Where just everybody knows, everybody quotes it. It's always funny. Never gets old. You've only seen it once yourself. Alright, one more of each it looks like I need. I have some interesting random quests for the Hinterlands too. I have a quest from Tanaris to take a picture of a turtle, I think, which is a weird thing. Like, we have a wildlife photography quest over here, yeah. Snapshot of Gamarita. And I also have the quest for Cotella's Riddle over here, so I did a lot of lead-ins for quests for this, for Hinterlands. Having gone to Tanaris and maybe Badlands or some other places that gave quests for it. I got a lot of good quests to get done here in the Hinterlands. Old school WoW was great or terrible, however you want to look at it, about giving you quests for one side of the world from the other side of the world. So you always have, you know, many different sources of quests that are very inefficient to go pick up. So, how do I want to do this? I'm pretty sure I might get a quest after turning in to go back over here. I think what I'm going to do is look for... I'm going to go turn in what I have. My bags are getting pretty full. While looking for these feathers. I want to finish this feathers quest. Turn that in and see what the next lead up. Next chain quests are. What's up, Viper? I'm doing great. How are you doing? You watched a level 50 rogue die to that turtle because he's too proud to... RP walk away from it. You were in disbelief. Wow. Okay. I mean, I've died to elites that are too strong, but not because I didn't want to run or was too proud to run, but because I was pretty much in a position where I couldn't run. Or at least, I say that's my excuse for dying on my warlock, is that I was fighting an elite that was too strong in the middle of a cave that I was probably not going to be able to escape from anyway. Favorite part of Spinal Tap is when the bassist suggests that they do freeform jazz instead of the metal music they normally play. Okay, nice. Yeah, I bought my mount. I was convinced when people said, Rand, if this is your last hardcore character anyway, why are you saving your gold? And that was a very good point. Now, this is probably my last hardcore character because I really, really, really want to focus and not screw up and get to 60. Maybe try some raiding before moving on to other games that I've been planning on playing on stream for a long time. So, if that's the case, might as well spend the gold. 1 level till Maltorius death, poggers. That's right. Maltorius, Overseer Maltorius is the one that killed me. Trying to solo on my warlock. You love getting them lost. You love the part where they get lost backstage. Glad I took your advice on the mount. Now just don't die. That's the plan. The plan is to not die. We'll see if we can succeed on that plan of not dying. It's so similar to your very first character in WoW. In 2004, Night Elf Druid. You had the same mount as well. Same hairstyle. Except your hair was green. You're feeling all sorts of nostalgia then. Yeah, my brother played basically the same character as well. I don't know if it had the same hairstyle though. Oops. That's just off. Do I not have to fight you? Maybe I don't even have to fight you. Okay, nice. Night Elf Druid is super OP. Can literally do any role in a dungeon as long as you have the right gear for it. Tank, heal, or DPS is crazy. Character creation for Classic WoW wasn't too complex? No, it was pretty simplistic. Not... a robust character creator was not what WoW was known for, that's for sure. It was like decent for its day, but compared to modern day, it was there's like hardly any options. All night elves look the same and never trust an elf. Haters, you've been hanging out with Pie Boy and Shogi too much. Elves are very, very honorable, trustworthy people. Elves. Elf people. You can trust an elf. If they give you their word, they will not go back on their word. Unless you kill a tree, then they'll, you know, shank you. But just don't go around killing trees for no reason. Because we like our trees. We're very defensive towards our trees. That's a lie. It's a lie? What do you mean? I am so trustworthy. Dagger brows will stab you in the back. Oh my god. Where did elves get such a bad name? I don't get such a bad rap. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why do we have so many elf haters in the chat? I don't understand. Thank you. WSG is at Warsong Gulch. Used to be so much fun back in vanilla as a druid. Yeah. You were a PvPer, eh? Most PvP I did was on an orc warrior, where I did most of my PvPing.
Watch your back. Off with you. Watch your back.
Alright, and then you can do this for farming reputation, which I don't know why you'd ever need. What is this? Wildhammer clan reputation. There was probably some like alchemy or recipe or something you needed this reputation for, or something stupid. With sliders on traits, there are a lot of options. Are you talking about WoW? Compared to modern day MMOs, I would not say that there are a lot of options for WoW's character creation. It's not nothing. It's not as bad as some games, but I'm comparing it to things like City of Heroes or like Black Desert Online, like modern day MMOs, especially Korean ones, have crazy customization for character creation. Druids were OP in Warsong Gulch. You're on a PvP server, used to be the a-hole that would gank a low level and stealth away. What an a-hole. What an a-hole.
Safe travel.
Okay, well, apparently all of my other quests are turn-ins far away. Yeah, I have a turn-in there. Man, I have these Hinterlands quests. Where are these? So that one's back in basically Darnassus. Wow. Okay. I'm almost done questing here. I was not expecting to get done in 20 minutes. I have a couple things to do, and I'm not even sure. This is that okay, this one I couldn't do on my Warlock, but I might be able to do it on my Druid because stealth OP. So I might actually be able to do this quest that I was not able to do on my Warlock just because of us being able to sneak around. So that's cool. Some things like beard or hairstyles, there were only about 5 options originally. Yeah, I'm talking about classic WoW. If you're talking about retail WoW I think has done a lot better with adding options. I'm talking about classic WoW. I don't know if retail WoW how much better it is. I created like 2 characters when I played Dragonflight back when that came out. So I don't remember if the options were better. I feel like Dragonflight and retail WoW is still nothing compared to like BDO, where you can change the size of your thighs and you can alter, you know, eye tilt. Like a lot of MMOs have some pretty crazy character creation options, and I still don't think retail WoW is near the top of that list of customization for character creation. You just stealth up there. Nice. For modern day character creation, when they added sliders to physical traits, creating a character can take ages. Yeah, true. But WoW doesn't really have that, and that's what I was saying. I don't think it added it in retail. Oh, they added a barbershop. Okay, well maybe there is more than I'm remembering. Again, I haven't played a lot of retail WoW, so I could be out of date with retail WoW's customization on character stuff. There's a crazy stat about how much time people spent in character creation. BSG3. Is that supposed to be Baldur's Gate 3? I think that maybe is supposed to be BG3. Well, yeah, and there's some character creator recently that came out that everybody on Reddit would post their creations of, you know, this is Donald Trump, or here's Ryan Gosling, or, you know, they'd like make a character in the game look exactly like some random celebrity just to show how good the character creator was. There's another dude in the ground over here, I think. Oh, it's a wolf. Maybe it's Battlestar Galactica 3 they're talking about. You don't know. True. It could be that. Alright, time to sneak up here. Undead Rogue just cleared out some dudes. Did you clear out the elites? Nah, you didn't. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't able to get past here because we have 2 level 50 elites here. So this is going to make this quest so much easier. Oh man, I could even go get this chest if I want to be super greedy. Let's get the quest done first. There we go. I'm going to greed for this chest. Wow. Dodge and then resist. What a great start to this fight. Beautiful. Nobody can see me. I'm in combat. Why am I in combat? Oh, okay. I think they see me. That's the elites. Run away. Sprint. Run, don't walk. They must have seen me go for that chest. Okay, we're good. Alright, curiosity killed the cat. Or greed, one of those two. Like, why am I in combat? And then all of a sudden, double shadow bolts coming for my face. Dodge resist sounds like FTL. Yes, chest was a bait. Complete and utter debate that I fell for. Fell for the debate. One of the free loots. Looting, free loots is a good way to debate me, that's for sure. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Cortello's Riddle and the Snapshot of Gamarita. I'm not sure if Altar of Zool will lead to another quest over here. I think it might. Your son got you to play some Minecraft with him last night? He has a Trump skin. Son, I am disappointed. He has a Donald Trump skin in Minecraft. Is it just a guy in a suit and an orange face? That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Well, hey, playing Minecraft with your son sounds like a good time. But I hope the Donald Trump skin is a joke and less of a I want to be like him when I grow up. Because that would be a little scary if your son's idolizing Donald Trump. Can't wait to play some Minecraft with your kids. Or your kid. Odds are he'll just annoy the crap out of you while you're mining. Alright, basically I need to go over this way here. Yeah, these are all elite trolls over there. I think I might get a quest that you need to go kill elite trolls, and I'm probably not going to be doing that quest. It's a big joke. He knows how much his mother and I hate him. That's why he's like, my parents hate this guy. Let's make my character look just like this guy my parents hate. Classic kid trolling right there. Your boys broke the first rule the last time we played Minecraft and decided to dig straight down. They got stuck when their picks broke and you left them to learn. You deserve it. Let this be a lesson to you. Alright, so we're looking for an elite turtle walking around out here somewhere. That we gotta take a picture of. He can be anywhere along this coast, so Portillo's riddle thing is up here, and I think the reward is a bag, if I remember correctly. I don't think the elite guy goes in the water. I don't think. Looks like he just patrols along the shore. Okay. Here we go. Explorer's knapsack and 6,100 XP. Nice. That is a 14 slot bag. That is a very nice upgrade. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Let's go find this turtle I need to take a picture of. Where's the camera here? Super Snapper FX. To their credit, it did teach them to stack jump. Okay, nice, nice. I used that stack jump. If that's what it's called. I call it nerd pulling. I think that's what. What's that YouTube channel with the British guys who like to play Minecraft? I think they called it nerd pulling, where you jump on top of your things you place. I use that in Satisfactory sometimes. Call it nerd pulling. Oh, there he is. Iron. Oh, wait, this is an elite. A rare elite. This isn't even him, right? Is this him? No, Gamarita. Okay, I wanna fight this guy. Famous last words. He's +3, but he's not a real elite. He's a rare elite. So this should be very doable. Yeah, just rarely, which means very slightly stronger than normal mobs, I think.
Too far away.
I just hope he doesn't. Yeah, okay, well, resist, resist. Not a great start. Alright, he's still doing pretty good work on me. So let me pop out, heal. Okay. He's still +3 levels on me, but... And I think these spike shell turtles are kind of a hard counter to rogues and cat form, because they have a damage shield. Low damage, high speed attacks are what these guys counter. Woo! That might be an upgrade. Let me see here. Where is it? There's a belt I just got, and I can't see it. It's not this. Am I blind? This is the thing I made with my leatherworking. That's what I'm spamming leatherworking on. It was a belt. There it is. 77 armor, 11 agility, 11 stamina. Whew, that is a huge upgrade. Hashtag worth, baby. Nice. I was taking a bunch of 26 damages. Yeah, I think that was from like some spikes they have. Which is weird because it doesn't tell you that. You can't... And even your combat log... doesn't show that. The only place you can see it is on your character thing that it pops up there. Even the damage text doesn't show it. Okay, there he is. This guy's a real elite. So this guy who's 3 levels lower than the last guy. Will actually kill us, and I'm not too proud to run away. Alright, so there we go. Did I complete that quest? Yes, I did. Beautiful. And that's to turn in also on the other side of the world over here. 2 quest turn-ins over there. Alright. Remember to RP walk away if you get in danger. Don't worry, I will RP walk away. Or run away as fast as possible. Whichever one is best. Don't fight the turtle after taking the picture. Alright, thanks. Thanks, chat. Minecraft is an amazing game. There's so much you can learn from it. I feel like kids turn to griefing. You feel like kids turn to griefing too early. Okay. He's not real. He can't hurt you. What class are we rolling next? My plan, Tyler said, is for this to be my last character. That I get to 60, possibly try some raiding and some dungeons and stuff. And then probably be done with the WoW. Because I have been really enjoying it. I have been having such a good time with WoW. And my viewership is so bad when I play it. Now, that's not the whole reason I play video games, but I've been wanting to try some other things. And having 1/5 of my best viewership every time I play WoW feels like I'm sabotaging my own stream success. So as much as I've enjoyed WoW, I probably am going to be ready to move on if I hit 60 on this character. That's the plan. Not like he has thorns versus my auto attacks, except that's exactly what he has. You've enjoyed the trip down memory lane? Me too. I've enjoyed it very much. And another reason that I kind of am probably going to have this be my last character is part of what I've enjoyed about doing the Hardcore Classic is playing classes to a high level that I never did way back in the day. And Warlock and Druid are kind of the only two I never did get to max level. I had a max level Mage, I had a max level Rogue, Hunter, Warrior, Priest. I might not have had a max level Shaman, but I did play pretty high level Shaman back in the day. So like I feel like I've done everything in Classic WoW I will have wanted to do once I, get to 60 on a Druid. So, but it's just I've been enjoying the WoW, and I'm probably gonna come back to other MMOs on stream if I'm really excited about them. Ashes of Creation being the main one. Maybe I'll try out Ronin Liberty if it's free to play or something. If it gets a decently positive release review or something, but I feel like I need to move on to different things because I've been putting off playing some other games for a long time. Was I Horde back in the day? My main characters were mainly Alliance, but I'm one of those people, probably like you and probably like many, who would come back like every other year or so. So in Classic, I played a Night Elf Warrior. In Burning Crusade, I played that same Night Elf Warrior, but I also played a Human Mage and a Night Elf Shadow Priest. And I think I even had a Hunter and a Rogue at some point. And then another time when I came back was maybe in Wrath of the Lich King, or maybe it was another time in Burning Crusade, where I had a Horde Orc Warrior that I PvP'd with and got, like, champion PvP rank. Whatever the level you had to get all the really nice PvP gear I hit on Orc Warrior. That was the only time I really got into PvP in WoW. Did I ever play Morrowind? Yeah, I played Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion. I played all those way back in the day. Played some Elder Scrolls Online as my off-stream for fun game for a while, too. Shadow of the Erdtree, but not too soon. You got to play through it yourself before watching someone else. Well, yeah, Shadow of the Erdtree, I definitely want to check out, but I don't know if I'm going to play that before some of the other things I've been talking about playing. Because the next one I really need to play is Spider-Man Miles Morales, because I've been talking about that for like 6 months. Since before I started playing WoW, I was like, the next game I'm playing is Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then I got sucked into WoW again. Okay, there is one class I never got super high level, and that's Pally. And that's... People are going to hate me, but I hate Paladins. So I will never get a Paladin to a high level, and I will be very happy about it. Paladins are my yawn, boring, never want to play class. The Holy Warrior shtick is so blasé to me. I like skilled warriors who learn how to use their weapons really, really well, or people who dive into arcane magic. Holy warriors who are just kind of boring. Paladins are boring to me. They're just boring to me. You find paladins boring too? Yeah. You had a level 19 twink pally in vanilla. That's as far as you got. Yeah, I think I played like a paladin level 10 once. And even when I see paladins doing really amazing stuff at max level, I'm always like, God, that looks so boring. Only thing you used the paladin for was a bank character where it holds stuff when your main bank got too full.
Well met. Be good.
Alright. The Blasted Lands delivery, huh? Well, we're basically done here. I was not expecting to be done in an hour in this zone. Alright. Well, I think I might need to head down to... I think I might actually need to head down to... What is this zone? Searing Gorge. Because Blasted Lands... Oh, that's this delivery. Oh, gosh. If I head to Searing Gorge, I have, like, no quest slots for all that. I'm gonna abandon some quests. Oh. Rock Gizzards, Iron Fur Livers, and Grottock Livers. Faralos. Oh my gosh. The Swamp. Okay. So one of the quests in this zone is to go kill things in other zones. Classic WoW right there. All right. The good thing is I did get the flight path for this off stream. Oh man, do I really want to... This is the zone where I died last time. This is the zone where I died. I have a turn in. Wasn't one of these quests a lead into a Zul'Farrak quest? Did I get that or not? I didn't get Rock Gizzards. The guy in Blasted Lands gives you the quest result for rock. That's the part. Okay, so I need to go to the Blasted Lands for that. Okay. Oh, man, I don't know if I want to do that right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly to Searing Gorge. Is that what it's called? Whatever this zone is. I'm going to start doing some questing down there.
What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Off with you.
Sell some stuff there. Start questing down there. If I remember correctly, you need a key to get into Searing Gorge. No, what you're remembering is there is a key in the Searing Gorge to get a key to go between Loch Madan and Searing Gorge right here. But the way you get there originally is you go through Badlands and there's an entrance to the west here. And that's where I came in. I came in here and then you can go get the flight path. But there is a key. I think it's like this key to freedom or something quest that gets you that quest. It's a really annoying quest because you like... Or maybe it's the Horn of the Beast that leads to that. One of these quests you do, then you go talk to the person over there, and then you go to the Iron Forge, and you come back. It's a really annoying quest. I did on my Warlock. You don't have to do that to get in the Searing Gorge. Holy Warrior can be really cool, but in Generica, where the most complex deity is the light, you'll pass. I don't know what Generica is. You agree mostly probably about the Paladin thing. You ended up loving holy builds in Elden Ring. Elden Ring has more interesting builds than like holy paladins in WoW or I forget. There's something that's kind of like a paladin in Elder Scrolls Online. I like the Dungeons and Dragons paladin to me is the most. I know it's a really strong class and does amazing things. You know, touch whatever the touch is. That's a full heal. It's crazy strong. I just find that class so boring. Pallies are the most boring class to me in D&D and WoW and similar games. I gotta deliver that thing in Blastlands, yeah. Madness builds look fun. Gunther, when me and Shogi did a duo in Elden Ring, which there's a mod for playing with your friends, I played a Madness build, and it was really fun. My main attack being that, like, you go, and shoot these eye beam lasers out. It's crazy. It's a really fun build. I like the Madness build in Elden Ring a lot. Horn of the Beast is the quest for that key. Yeah. Well, while we're flying, let's see if I can pull up the build. Elden Ring Madness build. Fextra Life is where Frenzied Acolyte. Was it Frenzied something? Yeah, this ability right here, Flame of Frenzy, where you just spew out eye beams of madness. It's crazy. Really fun build. Really fun. If Shogi were here, he'd be talking about wanting to play it again because he loves. I forget what build he was going when I was doing the Madness build. I forget what build he went. Alright, well, I have a lot of junk I need to get rid of. I didn't have any turn-ins in Iron Forge, did I? No, that's an Ungoro quest. Seeing what happens quest. Guess I'm never gonna do the Star, the Hand, and the Heart. I probably should just get rid of some of these things that I have for quests that I will never do. Flame of Frenzy with that one Iron Jar perfume. I don't know if I remember the Iron Jar perfume. What's that for? Is that something that buffs madness damage or fire damage or something? I am excited for the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree because I think... What is the... I would watch the video on stream, but I'm afraid to get my stream demonetized. I think they added some new weapons. Let's actually look. Again, we're on a long flight path. Shadow of the Erdtree new weapons. New weapon types. Thrusting shields. Okay, I'm not sure how that works. You can do hand to hand. That's cool. You can go monk mode. Wow, I hate these freaking pop-ups. Throwing weapons, reverse hand swords. That's interesting. Perfume bottles. Beast claws, light great swords, and great katanas. That's pretty crazy. Throwing weapons. Reverse hand swords. Perfume bottles. Wow, this is crazy. A light greatsword. Not sure what that means. Oh, somebody's knocking on a door. I hope they're not knocking on my door next. Okay, let's sell some stuff and see how many quests we can actually do here. Surely somebody will let me sell here, right? You? Can I sell you stuff? Yes. Good. You don't want this item. Oh, that's a quest item. Okay. Alright, clear the inventory. Send that bag to my mule. It's my old one. Okay, tender wolf meat. I can actually cook with that. Yes, alright, so hold on to that. Mail, don't care, don't care. Okay. So a bunch of random quest items we got. Don't need the plate. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So Overseer Maltorius. Okay, stay away from that quest for now. Fiery Menace. Lava Spiders, I can do that one. Heavy War Golems, I can do that one. How many? I have 3 more quest slots. Overseer Maltorius, you can enjoy your life. I'm staying away from you. Spyglass, I think I might be able to do that one. And this one is, yeah, just kill random Dark-Eyed Dwarves. No Overseer Maltorius. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I'm a dumbass. So, don't do that. I could probably do the whatever Yisor thing. That'll fill up my quest log for now. Where's the whatever Yisor? Is that this one?
You got my attention. Off with you.
Those should all be doable quests for right now, I think. Hey, there's Shogi. You went with Double Sword of St. Trina's to sleep. That's right. It was Sleepy Madness, or Golden Sleepy Madness, or something was our duo. Your last playthrough on New Game Plus 4 was with Dark Moon Greatsword. It was very OP. Iron Jar Aromatic uses FP temporarily turn wielder's body to steel. It's weak against electric attacks. Okay. Alright, so Shogi's here. I knew talking about some Elden Ring would bring Shogi out of the woodwork. Actually do want to do this quest, but I don't have... Okay, I'm going to just abandon one of these quests. That might actually clear space. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was...
What are you looking for?
I watched a... oh
my
god, okay, this guy has to tell a story.
You?
I watched a podcast about one of the content creators
Hey there.
for Ashes of Creation, of course.
Careful.
And they had a discussion that I found very interesting about pay to win in MMOs. And so it was pretty interesting because it's basically a podcast where 3 guys talk, and two of the dudes don't want any pay to win cash shop. One of the guys wants a cash shop because he thinks it's a good way to support a game, and the devs, that is optional. And so I found it like a very interesting conversation. And the reason I want to talk about it when Shogi was here, because one of the games they talked about was SWTOR. Another game they talked about in that discussion was Elden Ring, Elder Scrolls Online, which I played a lot of. So I'm curious what you all's experience in chat has been with cash shops and pay to win in MMOs. Like, do you think it's terrible in all aspects? Do you think it's good because it's a way to monetize the game, to keep the game alive? Do people in chat have any opinion? I'm curious what other people think. Because one of the things they talked about in this video was that they hate SWTOR's cash shop because it's the word they use is predatory. Where basically they put a lot of stuff behind a paywall that if you want to get deep into the game, you basically have to pay money in the cash shop. I don't know. I don't know if anybody in chat has any strong opinions, because I find these kind of discussions interesting, since, you know, MMOs are my genre of choice to spend my free time in. At some point, new sales won't keep pace with server costs. That's true, and that's one of the reasons why a cash shop is something you could justify. Because if you want your live service game to stay online, they need to keep making money to be able to keep providing the live service. And a cash shop is one way to do it. Oh god, okay, I'm running. I don't want to fight two of these guys at the same time. Maybe I can kill this guy, though, as I run. Okay, that guy dead. Okay. Alright. Calculated. 90% health. Calculated. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Some of the interesting points they made on this podcast were the reason the people who didn't want the cash shop thought that they don't want any cash shop at all, and their justification for that is that they think if a live game service has a subscription fee, then it shouldn't have a cash shop. And that's kind of like, you know, SWTOR has a cash shop, but they also have a subscription fee where if you pay the subscription, you get a lot of what's in the cash shop for part of the subscription. But a lot of people don't like subscription fees, so you have to like pick your poison. How do you have a live service game like an MMO continue to be sustainable, and how do you monetize it? And the guy who wanted the cash shop said his biggest thing was that it's all optional. You don't have to do it. But the response there was, it's optional, but it's not really optional if there are things in the cash shop that you need to be competitive. And like in Elder Scrolls Online, the big thing that the subscription does is give you an unlimited bag space for crafting. And if you don't have that, you basically can't do crafting. So it's optional, but it's not really optional if you want to be competitive. And in SWTOR, their way of trying to convince you that you need to subscribe is something I talked about on the stream earlier this week. Was they have basically, once you hit level 20, if you're not subscribed to the game, you have an experience what's the word? Penalty. You get less experience if you're not a sub once you level 20 in SWTOR. And they do other things like people who subscribe have 3 trade skills, while people who don't subscribe only have 2, and you have to pay real money to get a 3rd trade skill slot. So they basically paywall things that would make you actually be competitive in the game, or have all the options that you would have as a paying subscriber. And also SWTOR, yes, like Shogi says, one of the things that blew my mind is if you're not a subscriber, you're not allowed to wear purple gear. Like, if I found a rare in WoW and I wasn't a sub, I wouldn't be able to wear it, is how it works in Star Wars The Old Republic. And I've never seen an MMO gate rarity of items behind a paywall. I've never seen that before. It's kind of crazy. Personally, I kind of am okay with the subscription model because I've experienced one for so long, and if I like a game enough, I will subscribe to it. But like locking gear behind the paywall and stuff that free-to-play games do is like a new level of, I would call that predatory. So subscription model is fair, but doesn't this come back to the idea that if you bought a game but you need online play and or subscription, it really is a game you bought? Is it really a game you bought? Let me read that slower. You think subscription model is fair, but doesn't this come back to the idea that if you bought a game but you need online play or a subscription, is it really a game you bought? Yeah, that is an interesting point. I feel like MMOs and the way they monetize it is a very interesting discussion in general. Because there's like many ways you can do it. You can do free to play, where you have a cash shop that gives you a lot of things like experience boosters or cosmetics or whatever else you want to put in the cash shop. That's kind of my least favorite way of doing things, because then that incentivizes the developers to create things to put in the cash shop, not create things for the player to get in-game. It kind of changes the onus of what the developers are creating for the game. That's an argument that I kind of agree with when it comes to free-to-play with a cash shop. The way that Ashes of Creation is going to do it is there's no box price. You don't buy the game. What you do is you subscribe. There is no box price. There's just a $15 a month subscription, and they have a cosmetic, what they call cosmetic only cash shop. And that was what prompted this discussion, is like, do you agree with this cash shop, or should they have no cash shop? So and having played WoW for years, which has been $15 a month forever, but also you have to pay for each expansion, I kind of prefer the Ashes of Creation model, where it's no box price for any expansion for any buying the game. It's just a subscription fee to pay every month. That way, if you no longer want to play the game, you just stop paying the subscription. But if you want to play the game, you just have the subscription. So I think that's pretty fair. I just am kind of on board with some of what this podcast is saying. Is like, if you're going to do that, then having any cash shop at all feels excessive. You say subscription is anything but fair. It's one thing to sell cosmetics and various neat things inside a game, but milking users constantly just to get access is bleh. Well, see, Madman, I can understand that, but you have to. The counter argument to that is, if you're playing a live service game like an MMO or like Path of Exile, where you're playing a game where you're constantly interacting with people, there are costs behind that. They have to have servers to host that. So that's why, to me, I know you're going to say I like Path of Exile's version of it, where it's free to play, but it's the cosmetics pay for everything. To me, I would rather have it be a no cosmetic shop at all and just be a subscription fee, because that would pay for the server cost and everything, and then you don't have things like stash tabs, which is pay to win, or you could say it's pay to convenience, but pay to convenience is basically the same thing as pay to win. Because if you play Path of Exile, you know that if you don't have stash tabs, you're good. So I would rather just the stash tabs be a part of what you're paying for as your live service of paying a subscription fee. That's probably what I would prefer. But I will say the free-to-play model is good for people who don't have a lot of money to spend. So I understand why it exists. You think Adobe is the one who started all this with their Creative Suite? Okay, I'm not sure if I understand that reference. You can only ever rent a subscription game. Yeah, I guess that's true. And to me, that depends on the game if that's worth it or not. To me, an MMO is worth it, because you are paying for a world to experience with your friends. And when you stop paying it, then you are no longer paying the rent. But if you want to pay it, then there is rent you are paying for that game. But you will buy the stash tab once. That's a lie, Madman. To me that is incorrect. You will buy that stash tab once until there's a new season or league where you need a new stash tab for a new type. You will buy it once until there's a new league that needs another stash tab that you need, or another league that needs another. That's the thing with the cash shop or cosmetics or catch-up mechanics for experience. You say you'll buy it once until you need it again. And then you say, nah, I've never needed any new stash tabs. That is, I don't buy that argument. I don't buy that argument. Because which stash tab did you buy? Because you basically have to buy the one that's currency. You basically have to buy the one that's maps. They have, and then they'll add like new, like if you play seriously, they're gonna keep adding mechanics that you're gonna need more stash tabs for. Currency, maps, and several for trading. That's it. Yeah, you say that's it. You say that's it. But if you keep playing the game, there's another league where you want new stuff, you're gonna buy that one too. I don't like that mechanic. To me, again, that's what people call pay to convenience, but to me that is pay to win. And I would rather just have a subscription fee. Actually, I wouldn't rather have that. I would rather have a subscription fee in MMOs. I wouldn't rather have that in an ARPG with a loot-based ARPG. So, but you know, and that's the thing. Different people have different. Whoops, I did the wrong ability. Different people have different ideas of what they think is allowable or predatory or excessive. You got burned out, but you feel like you were losing money if you didn't play X hours a week, and that's a valid criticism of subscription-based models too. It's like you feel like you're compelled to play if you're paying a subscription for something. Way back when you could buy an Adobe program, install on your computer. At a certain point, Adobe made their creative suite a subscription model where you paid for access to use their programs. Gunther, I don't think Adobe was the first to do that kind of stuff. I mean, I feel like that's been a thing forever. I mean, when did Adobe add that? A subscription model for MMOs has been around since probably before EverQuest, and EverQuest came out in what, 1999 or something? That's why a lot of, maybe there's a game even before it that did that. So a lot of us from back in the day of EverQuest and old school MMOs are kind of used to the, come on, don't aggro again. Kind of used to the subscription-based model. So, and I understand it as a way to make a sustainable pay model for a game that requires constant income to cover server costs and expansion, dev payment and that kind of thing. Yeah, different of opinions and taste, yeah. And I don't even, you know, I'm talking, you know, crap about not liking Path of Exile's structure. And I actually think Path of Exile is one of the better ones. I think it's one of the better cash shop options. I just don't like cash shops. Because to me, that incentivizes the developers to create things for the cash shop and not for the video game. And that's my biggest argument for not liking cash shops. Iris Cecilia, 6 months, half a year. Thank you very much for that. And you just look at games like SWTOR or Elder Scrolls Online or Genshin Impact, you know, any gacha game, like any game that incentivizes the developers to put stuff in the cash shop, disincentivizes them from putting content in the game that is not behind a paywall. And you could argue that a subscription is a paywall. But to me, I just prefer that model because it's upfront. You're just paying this sub fee and you get everything in the game, rather than you can pay the sub fee and then you get some stuff, but then there's other stuff in the cash shop that you pay on top of the... WoW, I think, is one of the worst culprits now because they have a sub fee and a cash shop. And I don't like that. Because I'm already paying the sub fee. Why, if I pay $15 a month, why do I have to pay another $40 to get a freaking mount skin, you know? I'm already paying $15 a month. I should just get the mount skin, you know? It's just, to me, that's just double dipping on your player base. And that's like the worst. The worst to me is it's a sub fee and a cash shop. And there's a lot of games that do that now. The aforementioned I need to play because I paid for a sub is one of the big reasons you just buy the system. Yeah, I can understand that, for sure. Why do you have to pay more? I already paid once. No, you have to pay a second time to pay to get the thing that you paid, that you should have paid for, but you didn't pay enough for, so you gotta pay some more. Yeah, this guy's immune to damage over time things. And that's why this discussion is very interesting, because everybody has a different threshold of what they think is acceptable. I mean, people who play Diablo Immortal apparently think it's fine to spend millions of dollars on a video game. And to them, a cash shop if there's no cash shop, they're like, well, why can't I spend money for power? You know, so like there's so many different levels of, you know, what is acceptable to different people. It's kind of crazy. You can buy the game that you already paid for again for just 1 penny or $200. You know, choose your price. We love giving you options on how to give us all of your money. We love to give you options. So to me, it's an interesting discussion, and probably it's one of the reasons why so many modern day gamers like Madman find MMOs like they don't want to get into them, because they don't think that the pay model is fair. They find a subscription model exorbitant or predatory, or whatever word you want to use for not kosher. Maybe if your toilet paper is made of banknotes, you'd be considered that kind of attitude with subscriptions. Or are you talking about the pay-to-win attitude? The whole buying in-game power with real money, real world currency. That's like, I think that's the real debate, is when is it okay to buy in-game power with real game currency? And most hardcore gamers say never. I would say a majority of hardcore gamers think buying in-game power with real-world currency is just bad. And that's a lot of times what the discussion boils down to. And Josh Strife Hayes has an interesting video about that I talked about at one point. That was talking about what is pay-to-win and what games have done it at one level. And I talked about that video like a month or two ago, finding that pretty interesting discussion. What happens when the subscriptions aren't paying the server bills? Do you change course or just shut it down? That is a good question. And if that's the case, then your game's probably dying. If you can't support the game with just subscriptions, then your game's probably dead. That's similar to one argument that the guy who wanted the cash shop initiative creation on top of the sub fee said is he wants to have another way to support the devs. And that's an admirable thing. Like, wanting a cash shop just so you have a way to give money to a game to support it, even if there's no pay to win, it's just all cosmetics, is a valid point. I don't love it because, again, that cash shop is incentivizing them to put stuff in the cash shop that you can't get in the game. But no, that is not what I meant to do. Okay. But it's an interesting point. A cash shop is a way for people who enjoy the game and want to support the game to support it more, and that's definitely a valid argument. Just raise a sub to counter inflation. Well, and that's another thing that they talked about, that, which I haven't mentioned yet, was the two people in this podcast that I was watching who didn't want to cash shop at all actually wanted to raise sub fee from $15 to $20 because $15 sub fee is what it's been in MMOs since WoW came out in 2004. And it is 2024 now, 20 years later, nothing is the same price as it was back in 2004. So they actually think raising the sub fee by $5 instead of having a cash shop would be a better way to support the game. So, again, an interesting other side of the take there. If you can buy a victory, why do you even play the game? Because it makes you feel powerful. It's I feel like that's a very like Asian, Korean, and Chinese thing where your real life money being used to pay for in-game power is one way to show your success in life. Is that I am successful in life, therefore I am also successful in video game. In the wuxia novels I read sometimes where, you know, like it's a Chinese author, a lot of times the people in game are powerful because of their real life success, and it's like it's not two different things. It's they're successful in the video game because they're successful in real life, and it like goes back and forth. Being successful in the video game is being successful in real life. It's kind of crazy. You could add pay content to keep it alive. Are you saying the cash shop? Well, the thing with saying raising the subscription fee $5 a month to keep the game alive, like the justification for that is you're paying for live service games, so you're expecting them to continuously add content. You're not just paying for the servers to stay alive, you're also paying for the devs to create expansions or to add new zones or to add new classes or to add new, you know, whatever. The expectation to me with a subscription-based payment plan or payment model is you are paying the dev's salary to continuously update and add content to your game. And you could say, well, that means I need to keep playing to get value out of it. But it also means, even if you're not paying for it, they're adding stuff to it so that when you come back to it, there's more stuff for you to explore. That's another reason why, to me, subscription-based model isn't bad. It's you are paying for the devs to continue making a new game. Not just one game, it is an ever-evolving, changing, updating game. Might be a moral question too. How much money should those developers make past covering costs? Yeah, that's an interesting one. That one I don't know, because that you probably just want your devs to make whatever industry standard is for game developers. But you also want it to be competitive, so... Now this guy's why can't I... What? I think 6 times in a row my rake didn't land there. That was weird. Okay, whatever. But that comes down to like the devs, right? Like whoever's hiring the devs and what their competitive pay scale is. And MMO developers maybe should be worth more if they're constantly having to create new content. So maybe MMO devs should be paid more or something like that. Thinking to raise an interesting question. Should you be able to influence the direction of development since you were paying their salary? Well, yes, kind of. And that has to do, again, with like development process. How open are the devs to feedback? And that's one reason, again, Ashes of Creation is being hyped so hard by a lot of MMO and old school MMO people, is because it's open development and they're actively asking for player feedback. So you're feeling like you are actually contributing to the development of a game because you are giving... Okay, this guy must have an ability that makes him start dodging everything. Because he is literally dodging every ability right now. Okay, there we go. So that comes down to like which development team do you... Oh no, he does a debuff that makes me miss. That's what it is. Which development team do you trust will listen to your feedback? You know? So yeah, there's a lot of different... That's why to me this discussion is very interesting, because there's so many different layers to it. And not everybody's going to agree about everything, and some people may agree to certain parts of it, but disagree about other parts about it. So... It's a very interesting discussion to me. Okay, good. They didn't get steam on me during the middle of this fight. Don't steam on me, bro. Can there really be a democratic aspect to game development because you pay their salaries? Oh gosh, okay. Hold on a second. To me, that again, that just depends on the developer. Like if it's a developer like Blizzard, I think no. Even though you could say we're paying Blizzard salary by subscribing to Blizzard, there's so little interaction, I feel like, between Blizzard devs and the people who actually play Blizzard games, that I don't think you can realistically say that you can have an influence on what the next WoW expansion is going to be. But other developers like Path of Exile, I feel like maybe they do listen to their player base more. And Intrepid Studios, who's making Ashes of Creation, part of the reason why it's so popular is it's completely open development. Well, not completely open, But every month we get to see new stuff, and they ask for player feedback, and they make changes based on that player feedback. It's like it feels like you are actually being an active part of the development process. So to me, that really just depends on the developers. If it's a game where you pay salary for something you have zero say about, you think their paychecks might be getting delayed. But definitely don't play WoW, because you're not really going to... You're going to pay $15 a month, and you're not really going to have any say in how the game gets developed, I'm pretty sure. From everything I know about modern WoW and retail WoW. Yeah, being a subscriber doesn't make you a shareholder. Yeah, it's true. Isn't it the game developer's vision? Why should we as players be able to affect that vision? Because you as the player are the person they are developing the game for. So I see what you're saying. And what I would say about that is, as a player, only support a game whose developer's vision you agree with. So don't support a game whose vision you don't like. If you don't like WoW's vision for a video game, then don't subscribe to it. If you don't like Ashes of Creation's vision of the next generation of MMOs, then don't buy their supporter packs or pay their subscription fee when it comes out. But if you are on board with it, and you are following it, and you are going to support it, then I think you should have feedback on it. Considering how much $15 is where you are, there's no way in hell you'll just watch me and chill. Yeah, that's another reason why I kind of want to end my WoW thing, is I kind of don't want to pay the $15 a month anymore. It's a weird dichotomy for me because I have a really good time playing it. But when I stream it, I have so low viewership compared to other games I could be playing that I'm probably honestly paying to stream WoW by paying $15 a month. That's probably not true. I probably make a little bit by streaming since I have some people watching, but compared to FTL where I pay nothing and have whatever number of viewers I have, it's kind of a crazy difference. What's the highest level I've made it to? I mean, I was max level in Classic, I was max level in Burning Crusade, I was max level in Wrath of Lich King, and then kind of stopped after that, so I think max level in Burning Crusade it was 70, in Wrath of Lich King I think it was 80, and then it kept going crazier and crazier and got like to 100, and then they've done a level crunch in retail. So in Dragonflight I got to max level, which is 0 accomplishment because the leveling process is a joke in retail WoW. So I've gotten to max level many, many times in many different expansions of WoW. Again, I forget, like Cataclysm or Shadowlands or something. I think at one time max level was like 120 or something crazy because they just kept raising it 10 levels every expansion. A good game has to compromise between dev artistic expression and audience demands. Yeah, it's true. Kind of a simplistic way of saying it, but yeah, I would on the whole agree with that.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Oh my God! Parry, dodge, miss, parry. Freaking finally hit him. Okay. If it's only artistic expression of the dev, then it should be paid for by only those who share that vision. Yeah. Right, I need a lot of these Heart of Flames that these guys refuse to drop. Can't remember if that fire hurts me if I stand in it. I don't think it does, but I'm just gonna not stand in it just in case. I'm pretty sure it doesn't because when I walk in and stealth, it didn't break stealth. Oh, my buff, my Muffle Wild is gone. I'm having too much fun with these conversations that I'm losing track of what I'm doing here. Let's use a food buff. Are you kidding? Rand is the richest person streaming on this channel right now. Richest streaming, yes. Richest person streaming, yes. Richest person in the stream? I'm gonna guess I am one of the least rich in the stream, probably. You meant in classic hardcore. Oh, the highest level I've gotten in classic hardcore is one level higher than this character. It was my Warlock, 49, and I died in this zone to Overseer Maltorius. So I am 3 bubbles from tying my highest level character. Only 2, right? Yes. Only 2 enemies here. I do wish the Druid had more oh crap buttons in their forms. Like, I don't have a... I don't have, like, the, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to use a potion just to be safe here. Like, the, Rogue has a oh crap evasion button. Druid doesn't have that, but I guess Druid has the, oh crap I can heal myself buttons, so I guess that's the reason why Druid doesn't have all the... quite as many oh crap buttons in forms. It does have a frenzied regeneration ability in tank form, I guess. So. Overseer Jerkface will die. Well, not solo. If I couldn't solo it on my Warlock, I'm definitely not trying to solo it on my Druid. But maybe I can duo or trio it if Silly Device or 0G on Silly Device joins us at some point. Get a revenge. I'm definitely not going to attempt to solo that again, that's for sure. I am not crazy enough to try to fight a named elite quest mob that is purposefully stronger than normal elite mobs again. Come on, hit him. There it is. It's our revenge tour. That's right, we're gonna go on a revenge tour. It'll be great. Have ever watched any of the Asmongold Hardcore Death compilations? Maltorius is a menace. I have watched like maybe one of them. I don't watch a lot of them. When I watched that, a lot of what killed people were like falling off cliffs, honestly. It was like fall damage and trying to run through places with too many mobs or something. But I haven't actually seen one with Maltorius, Overseer Maltorius. But at least I'm not alone in dying to him, I guess. Mist resists. What a great start. Mist and resist. Notorious bridge in the zone you are in now that people fall through to their death. Yeah, I think I have seen that one. I might know which bridge it is. I might know which one it is. I might have almost fallen through it on my Warlock. I need 2 more Hearts of Flame. Oh, these guys can drop the Hearts of Flame. Since we were talking about Minecraft, how do you feel about Minecraft making money? When you bought it in beta, it seemed like a great deal. Should more games have early beta access that you can buy before the full release? I mean, I've bought and paid for and played many games that were you're buying early access. I think I'm fine with early access games. Selling early access and then that means you just have the game once it comes out. I'm fine with that. I don't have like really strong opinions, positive or negative about it. I will say I'm less willing to spend money on early access games in the last few years because it feels like more and more games once they hit a certain threshold of money, they just stop developing, or the game takes so long that it doesn't feel like the investment was worth it. A game has to be really, really, really good in early access for me to invest in it anymore, like satisfactory level or factorio level, for me to be willing to invest in early access games anymore. Because there's so many. I get so many suggestions from people on stream. You should check out this early access game, and I'm always like, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm probably not going to play it anytime soon. Let me know when it comes out. That's kind of how I am now. There's a lot of other quests over here, but I don't have quest log space. So let's go finish a lot of these quests we're doing. Then we'll take a break and then get more of these quests. How do I feel about it as a way to keep development going? I don't know. Like, if you... I've seen it work both positive and negative ways. Like, I think one of the biggest negatives I've seen for a game selling early access or support packages for a game that is unplayable or in early access is Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. And I know Shogi has very strong feelings on this one because he put a lot of money into Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, which is another one of those early access MMOs. And they had like $1,000 packages to get, you know, alpha access and all this stuff. And the game has gone through so many changes in graphics and development direction and stuff that it feels like it's not even the same game that you spent money to support way back when, you know? So I'm of mixed feelings on selling early access as a way to support a game. I'm of mixed feelings on that. I've seen it done well, and I've seen it done in a way that feels very exploitive or not true to the original vision of a game, because they just have to get something out to make people feel like their investment was worthwhile. Is that the democratic process kicking in? I don't know, because the thing to me with that is the people who supported the game didn't feel like, to me it didn't feel like they had much input on what the game was becoming. They were just supporting something that they originally saw, a vision they agreed with, and then they kept running out of money, so they kind of kept changing what their original vision was to just try to get something playable out. And to me, that didn't show democratic process. That just showed people who, a game development studio who was not funded correctly. Like, a crowd-funded MMO is just probably doomed from the start, because MMOs are notoriously money pits and money sinks, because they're always going to take longer to develop than you think they are because of how massive an MMO is trying to be. A problem with early access is that if you buy into it, you have to be willing to accept that it might change or even get worse, meaning you're paying for a piece of garbage, which is why you don't want to get burned on it. Yeah, it's definitely a danger for sure. To me, they're the two examples of bad versus good, like crowd-source funding, are the two MMOs I talk about all the time. Pantheon is a bad example, and I feel like Ashes of Creation is a pretty good example, because they did the Kickstarter crowdfunding thing. Right, that starts a quest I don't have space for. But it's also being funded by the guy who's developing the game privately. So he's always said that even if people don't support the game, he's going to keep funding it himself because he wants the game. So it's like having, you need kind of an independent source of funding. Most games, that independent source of funding is some publisher, and the problem with that is a publisher is going to put, you know, we need this game out by this time so we can get a return on our investment, you know, and then you get into a whole other bag of worms with, you know, being at the mercy of a publisher giving you the money. So that's its own issues that you can run into trying to develop a game. you've gotten burned on early access enough times that you will only buy them on a case-by-case basis, depending on how things like Steam reviews look and how active the devs are and how well they relate to the community. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. I basically wait to see if it blows up on Steam before, blows up on Twitch, or has really positive reviews on Steam if I feel like I'm going to invest in an early access game now. Publishers suck. Just look at Helldivers 2 and what happened to them with Sony. Yeah, there are probably examples of publishers being very good, but we only really remember the really, really bad ones. Acta Blizzard is probably another good example of Blizzard making choices and turns since they got acquired by Activision that a lot of Blizzard lovers have not been fans of. There's lots of good examples of publishers rushing out a game, and the game fails, and the publisher blames the developer, you know, and the developer blames the publisher for rushing.
Have a good one. See you later.
All right. Let's see. How close am I to finishing a quest? Am I close on any of these quests, or should I just go turn in now? I could finish the lava spiders. Let's finish the lava spiders, and then we'll do our first raid. I need how many more lava spiders? 8 more. 8 lava spiders. I'll go turn in, and then we'll take our first break of the day. Worst example of crowdfunding is Star Citizen. Yeah, I watched a video last night that was talking about the cost of developing MMOs over the years, and Star Citizen, I'm not sure if that's considered an MMO, but just it is known as being one of the most expensive games to date, is over $600 million to date of that video, compared to like other games being, you know, other high-end games like WoW being 500 million or something. Star Citizen is up to over $500 million and will probably eventually be a $1 billion development game, which will probably be a first in the gaming industry, is my guess, if it hits that mark. I don't know if any other game has ever had more than $1 billion invested in development. You're thinking of early shareware where you got access to a few levels but incentivized you to buying the game. Yeah. You have a friend who spends thousands of dollars on Star Citizen and you're just like, why? Yeah. I know Ramsey's, I think, has invested into Star Citizen and enjoys visiting that every once in a while. I think it's Ramsey's who talks about defending Star Citizen. I don't begrudge anybody being excited about the game and spending money on it, but it is crazy how much money that game is had players and crowdfunding and crowdsourced investment into. Pretty incredible. An awful lot of paychecks to spend thousands of dollars on that. Yeah. He makes a lot of money, but wasting that much on Star Citizen is pretty dumb no matter how rich you are. To me, I don't even think Star Citizen is the biggest example of people wasting money on a game. To me, it's Diablo Immortal. I don't think there will ever be a game that I will look at how much money people are spending for what they're getting out of the game and think it's more ridiculous than Diablo Immortal. I think Diablo Immortal is the epitome of wasting your money in video games. Because you're literally spending money to not play the game, to skip the things that would get you power. But you're also paying money because you're getting things that unless you've spent money, you wouldn't be able to get anyway. So you're basically paying money, real world money for in-game power, and that's the only way to get the power. And I don't understand that.
It's too far away.
To me, video games are escapism. And if you're spending all of your real world money to gain power on an in-game power, it just feels backwards to me. It just feels so backwards to me. If you get enjoyment out of something and don't mind paying for it, then more power to you. Yeah. Yeah, that is the argument for the whole paying money for in-game power. Give me a break with these parries, dodges, and misses. Holy crap. Don't get you started on Diablo 4. I feel like the pay to win in Diablo 4 isn't as bad as some other games. But I mean, it's Blizzard. Every one of their games now has kind of ridiculous pay to win. It's just, I feel like Blizzard and pay to win is now synonymous in my brain. Lessons in PR and advertising. They convinced that many people to give them money, I guess.
Can't do that.
You were in high school when D3 came out. You remember the open beta was so much fun going from Nutristrum to the Skeleton King. You got some nostalgia for the Diablo development, sounds like. It's for people with disposable income who can use that as a tool to obtain that escapism and power when they don't have the time, effort, desire to put it in for the rewards. It's pretty dumb. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of dumb. Okay, I agree. It's very dumb. I guess maybe I'm in an older mindset where gaming is not something that rich people do. Gaming is something that teenagers in high school or college students who are taking a break from working on their schoolwork do. Which it probably used to be, but now a lot of those college students and teenagers from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s are the rich people who want to do what they did as a kid. Now don't have as much time, so they want to spend their money to get to the power level or something. So it's crazy how much gaming's just evolved over the years. It really is.
I don't have enough energy.
Alright, so that quest is now done. Yes? Yes, okay. So let's go turn these quests in, take our first break of the day. Maybe I can be glad that Diablo Immortal exists so that those people who want to spend all their money to buy power won't be in the games that I want to play. Yeah, stay in Diablo Immortal and buy your power. Don't come play, I don't know, Ashes of Creation when it comes out, or Path of Exile 2 or something. Rich people escapism costs more than video games, like playing golf. That's true. Depending on what you do, vacations, buying a yacht, whatever other crazy expensive escapism hobbies other rich people do. Having a private jet take them to the Bahamas every weekend or something. Games like Diablo 4 are whale fishing because they know whales will always give them tons of money. Are you sure you're talking about Diablo 4? Diablo Immortal is the one that's got all the whales. I don't feel like I've heard that there's as much you can buy power for in Diablo 4.
Be good. Off with you. Watch, get her back.
Hey, Ding 47, nice. Alright, I've been working on balance because I want to get this. Reduce cost of mana shape shifting by a ton. That's what I want. That's my next level I'm going for. Yeah, Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal are two different things. I know Diablo 4 has a lot of pay to X. There are a lot of cosmetic skins that are ridiculously overpriced. But the whale farming thing you're talking about is not Diablo 4. That's Diablo Immortal. So yeah, you're getting those two mixed up. Now, I'm all for Blizzard bashing, but at least let's bash the right parts of Blizzard. Make sure we're bashing the right parts. Okay, I have all this different silk here. Right, I turned all those quests in. Alright, so I'm going to make some mage weave bandages while AFK. Yay for 49. We have tied our highest level, 11 levels from max. But I am Sam Church, use restroom. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack. It's GG cookie time for a level. Perfect time for a GG cookie time. I'll do some bandage making while y'all enjoy share, ad, or I don't know, bandage making time. See you in a bit, my friends. Y'all rock.